Hey, what's going on, guys? Globe here. Got my first achievement for you in Thronebreaker. The achievement is called Distillation of Filth, and it requires you to kill the Manticore. So this is basically like the first boss in the game. This is the deck I'll be using if you want to take a moment to study it. The leader ability that I was using was Warhammer, just because if you use it combined with your drummers, if you already know this game, then you'll know your drummers basically let you draw a card and play a card. Meve lets you kind of just pick which card you're going to draw next, so it can help you get the cards that you need a lot quicker. Here, before you start the game, make sure you redraw all your pikemen, all your sithmen, and your tonic. That way you can get all the cards that'll, help you win the battle with all the damage. And you can see the Manticore here is kind of spread out in limbs. You can see his head, his wings, his legs, etc. Do not go for his head. You may think that, if you read the description for the battle, it says kill the Manticore, right? So you might think, okay, taking off the head, you're going to kill it. And you're right. If you can find a way to kill the head, sure, kill it. But the easiest way is to kill the limbs, because once you kill each limb, not only is it not going to do damage to your guys anymore, but it's going to do, I believe, 6 damage to the head for every limb that you kill. So just kind of play your cards in a similar fashion that you see me playing them here. I'm kind of just trying to power up those arrow guys so I can get as much damage as possible to one row. And then you just kind of spend the rest of the battle slowly picking off each limb at a time. Make sure you pay attention if you do have the drummers and you do have Maeve's ability charged up. Make sure you pay attention so that you're using it every time to make sure that you're getting the cards that you want to draw. Not like right there where I just drew a Sithman, and that really has no value to this battle whatsoever, because you're not trying to get as many points as possible to win the battle. You're just trying to kill the Manticore. That's the only goal. But other than that, it's a pretty simple fight. It just kind of takes the right cards and playing them at the right times and attacking the limbs and not the head. Once you do that, after you kill the limbs, I think I killed 3 out of 4 limbs, I believe. And it was enough to destroy the head and win the battle. So that's about it. Alright, so now one thing that I would have did a little bit differently is if you use the War Wagon card, it's the one where once you play it, it lets you spawn an extra 2 guys, and those 2 guys have a Death Wish, which is damage a random enemy by 5 when they're killed. In some instances, you'll be able to use your own cards to kill those guys to damage the Manticore by 5. Oh, excuse me. However, in this particular instance, I had 3 of, I believe they're called the Herdman in my hand, and their ability allows you to damage an enemy by the number of units on a row, including itself. So it made no sense to kill my own guy and do 5 damage to the Manticore that way, when I could put him to any row and do 5 damage either way. However, the Manticore, I wouldn't recommend killing your own guys anyway sometimes, because the Manticore, like right here, will kill them for you, and then that's 10 damage right there for him attacking me. And I already said previously in the video about Meve's ability Warhammer in combo with your drummer boy, but I just want to re-say it just because it is so important. You don't need any of your pikemen or any of your sithmen in this battle at all. So that's going to be the little farmer guys, and then the pikemen just lets you spawn another pikeman from your deck. You don't need those at all. They don't do any damage to the Manticore. They're only useful in battles where your score actually matters. In this particular battle, it's all about killing that Manticore head. You can see here I got the perfect hand for it. And you just kind of got to play around with it. It took me, I believe, 2 or 3 attempts to finally beat this guy, just because of the random cards that, you kind of have to get. And that's why I would use Maeve's ability so much with the drummers, because it lets you decide which cards you're going to draw next, so you can kind of hop around those Sithmen, those pikemen, so you're not drawing them all the time. Now the pikemen, you can see them on the board here. They just kind of help with the herdmen, just because it's an extra guy on the battlefield to do more damage to the attack. And you just kind of slowly pick away at the Manticore, and eventually you'll kill him like that and get yourself the achievement. So thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoy. This is a great game if you like The Witcher in Gwent. And hope to see you guys for the next achievement for Thronebreaker. So, peace out.
With Ache at their side, the Lyrians fell dramatically.